Alright, I'm back again, and by now you probably know that old Donnie Boy has been indicted for, I think it's mishandling classified information. I also believe he has been indicted a second time for trying to, inhibit an investigation on that. So, let me sum up the reasons why this pisses me off. And no, it's, not because I love Trump, like some will probably want to claim. I've said in a few videos, I'm pretty sure when he got the presidency, it was, I've said point blank, I don't know what his angle is. I think I even mentioned what I thought it was, that he was going to try to take vacations and stuff through his resorts to basically launder money. I said stuff like that. Don't think I'm his lapdog. There's one thing that really pisses me, two things that pisses me off on this. The first one is this. Didn't Obama have to look and find some classified documents that he shouldn't have had? Pence, they cleared him of any wrongdoing of having classified documents he was not supposed to have last week. And what about Biden? How many classified documents from his vice president days have they found? That he was not supposed to have? That were secured far less than what Trump had his secured in. And how many times did Biden's attorney say, "Oh yeah, we got all this, we got it all. Then, we found more in a different location. Before they said, we found them all. And the FBI went and casually knocked and just did a regular search and be like, no, there were more in the trunk of your car. And I just thought of a third reason why I'm pissed off about this. You have all these people who have done the exact same thing, and they're like, no wrongdoing. But with Trump, yeah, there's wrongdoing. Gotta prosecute. And don't you think it's funny? Get the second one. Don't you just think it's funny how the day the House Oversight points out the fact that Biden received $5 million as vice president, I believe, from Ukraine, and what was would be considered a pay-to-play, the same day is when they announced the indictment on Trump? Don't that seem suspect to you? So you have multiple people that have done the exact same thing, and nothing is being said or done about it. And it just so happens that once again, they say something bad about Biden and they go after Trump. Ain't it just funny, the coincidence? They won't even go after Hunter Biden when he lied on the 4473 to legally obtain possession of a firearm. Can't do anything about that. You or me, we'd be in a federal penitentiary by now. But yet, no. And when you culminate it all together, you get the third reason. Land of the free, home of the brave, am I right? Well, here we go. Right now, the number one contender against Biden come the presidency is Trump, who everyone, including Pence, has said would be the biggest threat. There are literally people I know who despise Trump. I don't like him. I've said from the get-go he was a swindler. He is only in it by himself. I just couldn't figure out what it was. I know people who absolutely hate him, and they're calling bullshit alert. Land of the free, home of the brave, and it is, when you look at everything, it looks like this is some sort of political hit to knock him out of the running, to get rid of a political opponent. How many freaking countries have we gone to deliver and to bring democracy to for doing the exact same thing that this seeming comes across as? That so many people I for a fact know hate Trump with a passion have said, hold up a second. How many? You know, they want to sit there and feed the military-industrial complex, feed young people to the slaughter, the slaughter mills. People that they are trying to say, oh, they shouldn't be allowed to drink or smoke or anything else because they're under the age of 21. Let's go send them to go die. We don't want anyone under the age of 21 to own a gun, but they're still good to go to the military and die. Go to die to deliver people, supposedly. Bring democracy so they can be more like us. And it looks like our government's doing the exact same damn things. I'm not even talking about some of the stuff we pulled to combat back in the Cold War days to combat the domino effect. I'm not even talking about some of that crap. Look into what we did in the Middle East and Central and South America. You would be pretty well convinced that the United States government is a terrorist organization by some of the stunts they've pulled. What was it Hillary Clinton said leading up to the 2020 election? I can't believe we didn't send someone to Palestine to make sure we got the outcome we wanted in their election. Something to that effect. But they hate us because of our freedom, right? That's the narrative they said after 9/11. It has nothing to do with the fact we destabilized their government and installed, dictators that we thought would be loyal to us. Look at Saddam Hussein, Gaddafi, I believe it was, and a few others. Look at the drug cartels we put in power in Central and South America. We tried to fund a coup in Cuba. Look up at the Bay of Pigs. Yet we want to demonize Russia for the things they're doing. We're sitting there pointing the finger saying, oh, look at Russia, look at what they're doing. And we've done the same things recently. And maybe we're not going around poisoning our political opponents, but how do we know that we haven't at this point? And don't get me wrong, if you told me that yes, Donald Trump did it, he purposefully, knowingly took classified documents he was not supposed to have, and yes, he did. He was malicious. He moved stuff around to keep him from finding it out. Trust me, I would believe it. I believe he's done that and far worse in the past and gotten away with it, and he thought he could do it now, but he just underestimated how much scrutiny he was under. I firmly believe it. And if you are able to prove, by the same token, if you can prove to me he did that fine, I'll believe it. If you can prove to me he didn't do it, that he thought he did the right thing, but he was wrong, misinformed, what have you, I'll believe it too. Because he has a tendency to think he knows what he knows when he don't. But no matter what, I'm going to say this: he still has the presumption of innocence until proven guilty, as far as I'm concerned. So you can prove it to me one way or another. I don't care. My concern is this: you have other people that have done the same thing with the mishandling of classified documents, and nothing has come of it. Documents they weren't even supposed to have access to. Nothing's coming of it. You have a sitting president who got caught in a pay to play. Nothing is coming of it. The president's son got busted admits to doing something that you or me would get us locked up for 10 years, probably. I think line on 4473 is only 7-year max, but still, we'd be locked up. Nothing is coming of it. So don't tell me there's not a 2-tiered system. Actually, at this point, I say 3-tier, because there's the elites that it's looking as though there's 3-tier. The elites that are in power, the elites that are a threat to the elites that are in power, and the rest of us. And for Lady Liberty and to be our big icon, or the lady with the emblem for our judicial system, the lady with the reins with the blindfold on, to be impartial. It seems to all be a lie. It seems like our government will target anyone that is a potential threat to the powers that be, to take them out. And yeah, Trump very well may be the human-shaped sack of feces that I'm pretty sure he is. But let's not pretend that you don't get to that level without being that to some degree. It's like when people jump on Clarence Thomas for what he did. If you looked at every single person in the Supreme Court, they probably have done similar things. If you look at the people in the House, they've probably done the same things. Or the Congress in general. Even the presidency, you probably will find former presidents that have done the same things. But they only care when it's politically expedient to them. I don't understand how we can just turn such a blind eye, so many people can turn a blind eye to it. Anyway, let me know what you think. I know I've prattled along quite a bit, and I'll have a hard time remembering everything to get links, but I'll try to throw some links down below. Let me know what you think. Like I said, this is a major shit show, and I can't see how anyone can say that there's not, at the very, very least, the air of something of bias in the system. Even if there isn't, you've got to be questioning it at this point. If you're not, I don't know what it'll take. Later.